Hey, how are you folks doing today? Do you like dumplings? When I think of dumplings, I usually think of chicken and dumplings. Well, guys, that's not what we're doing today. We're making cherry dumplings. Have you ever had them? You don't know what you're missing. Okay. You use between 3 and 4 cups of cherries. These are cherries that I picked. I'll add some water, some sugar. And folks, I will give you the amounts of everything in the description box as always. Okay. And we're going to add some vanilla. About a teaspoon or so. But we're going to stir these up. I have them over a medium heat. We're going to bring them to a boil, turn them down to simmer, and let them simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes until they get tender. The cherries have come up to a really good boil, so it shouldn't take them too long to get tender enough so we can go ahead and finish these dumplings. So now we're going to go ahead and finish up the dumplings. I have self-rising flour and sugar, and I'm going to put some milk in here to make a good dough. We're going to put 2/3 cup of milk in here. You can use any kind of milk you happen to have on hand, even the canned evaporated milk. Let's turn that down a little bit more. Going to mix this up. Have you guys ever had cherry dumplings? If you have, let me know in the comments. I bet a lot of you have had blackberry dumplings. I grew up eating blackberry and raspberry dumplings. Folks, I need just a little bit more milk. Real life, guys, real life. I think that's one of the phrases I say most in these videos. Okay, we will change that to 1 cup of milk. Okay, I did have to add a little more milk to this, folks, to get it to this consistency. Now you can do 2 things here. You can either do a drop dumpling, which is the wetter, moist, or you can get some more self-rising flour, put this down on a pastry sheet, and roll it out, and cut them up and have them nice and pretty. I do things more the rustic way, so these are going to be the drop dumplings. The size of the dumpling determines the amount of time that you're going to be cooking that. So it's better to go smaller rather than larger because remember, this is self-rising flour and they will double in size. So we're just going to go ahead and drop all these in here. And folks, this smells so good. Now these are fresh cherries that I pitted. That information will be in the description box. But if you have some canned cherries that's not the cherry pie filling, just a canned cherry, you could substitute that. And that would work just as well, or frozen. But we're doing fresh today. Let's just get all these in here. And here in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to have some good old dumplings. Okay. The dumplings are about halfway finished. You see they're still doughy on top. So I'm going to flip them over. That way they cook completely through because you don't want to bite into a doughy dumpling. Trust me. Okay, The dumplings appear to be done. We're going to test it before we dish up a bowl of them. So, let's choose this one. Put it right there. Okay. You see that this looks like a biscuit, in all honesty, on the inside. And it's not doughy like it was when we first put it in there. So therefore, it's done. So let's dish up some of these dumplings. And you know I gotta have some of this. It absolutely smells wonderful. That's good. It's different from my cherry pie. It's different from the cobbler. It is fantastic in its own right. Now some people may not want the whole cherries like this. What you can do is before you start boiling it, you put an immersion blender in there and blend it up. That way you have more of like a saucy dumpling rather than with the chunky cherries on there. It's all your preference. But this is great. You got to give it a try. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on that next video.